Hi guys, it's Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but we've been doing daily tarot, so we're going to do that today. And I know in the beginning I had said I wanted to keep these short, and I've been making them way too long, so we're going to go back to nice little short ones. And I've already said a prayer and set my intentions, so we will get right into it. Spirit, what messages do you have for those watching this video today? What messages do you have, please, for those watching this video today? What messages do you have for those watching this video today? Huh, we got the girl from the top of the deck. This deck is called The Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish. Somebody asked that. All right. Okay, so today we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, the Two of Swords, Justice. We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I am evaluation and I am authority of the psyche. We also have the Nine of Cups, I am appreciation and happiness. The Ten of Cups, I am fulfillment. And the Six of Cups, I am easy. And then we have Lady Tatiana, be joyful. We have a little paw, a burger, as well as an ice cream. Okay, so the first thing that I feel today, is I just want to mention again that we are ending up karmic cycles and loops, and we are leaving behind an old timeline, and we are leaving behind old patterns, old thought processes, and old ways of being. We literally just ended a 3-year cycle that we started at the beginning of COVID, and we literally just ended it and completely fulfilled all the karmic ties and situations that were connected to us, some of us, if we made a choice to do that. And Spirit's just reminding you that right now is a very vulnerable time. It's very important to not allow, fear is not your friend. Don't let other people trick you into thinking that you're different than you are. Don't let situations outside of yourself make you lose your integrity or your cool today. I see that there might be some difficulty, or it's almost just like you're coming out of like a difficult energy and situation. Also, I don't know about you guys, but last night my grief came to a head and I had like a full ugly cry and really felt all the grief and the pain that's been living in my body that I haven't really been able to pinpoint, and it all came to the surface last night and I just released it. And so Spirit's saying that, like, after releasing all these karmic cycles, no matter what they've been for you, no matter who you are and what these karmic cycles have been for you, oh, I'm sorry, this is a little crooked, fix it. No matter who you are or what these karmic cycles have been for you, it's so important to be gentle with yourself and with your body and with your mind and with your soul. I also feel now is not really the time to be like going out and doing all this stuff. One, because we know that they've opened some portals and that there's a lot of negative entities out there that are looking to take advantage of people. And two, because you're in a vulnerable state of being right now. So they just showed me a newborn. When you have a newborn, do you take it all around town to get filled with all the germs from everyone you've ever met? No, you bring it home and you stay with it. Well, whether you're the person, like you're the newborn coming out into this new state of being, or it's like you have a project that you're nurturing and it's like you're bringing it out, or this new phase of life, whatever it is, like we've brought it back to the seed in the soil as well as the fetus. And so it's like whatever it is, it's not time to be gallivanting around with it all the time because it's fragile, right? So if you've closed a karmic loop and pattern, you're still fragile. Let's say you were trying to give up drinking, okay? As just an example. You've put that behind you. You haven't had a drink in like 2 weeks or something. Are you going to go to the bar? No, that'd be fucking stupid, because then, you'd be hit with temptation and you could mess up your new, adventure, your new birth, right? Your new situation, your new self. Why would you put yourself in that situation? So Spirit's just saying, don't put yourself in situations. Some of you need to not hurt yourself with social media today too. So like, let's say you always compare yourself to someone else, or like you just, you know, whatever, whenever you get on social media, you're being low vibrational and stuff. People are saying don't fucking hurt yourself with, not people. Spirit's saying don't hurt yourself with social media today. I just heard people are not what they seem. People's lives are not what they seem. It's all an illusion. So just remember that. And remember, everything around you is an illusion. The physical reality that you live in is an illusion. And so it's like when we make a decision in our minds, and when we choose a timeline, and when we choose something, it takes a decent amount of time for that choice to come into the physical realm. So just because you made a choice, evaluation and authority of psyche, here with the Two of Wands, right? That's something that hasn't quite come into the physical realm yet, but it's here in your psyche. So it's like you made a choice to change, or you made a choice to hop on this new whatever, this new path. And it's like, don't let the circumstances outside of yourself dictate to you what your reality is, because you've made a change up here. You have to wait. You've made a change in the as above. You just have to wait for that change to come into the so below. And so as you're waiting for that change to come into the so below, fear is not your friend. It's going to take a little time for it to continue to manifest here with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is the slowest knight of all, but he's the knight you want because it took him so long to get there. He's not going to leave. I always say it. So it's like, as this big shift that you've made in yourself, this big positive shift towards a stable foundation, really solidifies in yourself, it's almost like you need to surrender, like this horse. You can see he's like bowing. You need to surrender to spirit, and you need to surrender to your circumstances. So the circumstances on the outside might look bleak. It might not look like what you're trying to manifest is manifesting, but Spirit's saying, yes, it is. You just have to believe. You just have to believe, and you have to have control over your mind. This goes back to the 21 Pilots song I channeled before. I would revisit that song today if I were you, Holding On to You by 21 Pilots. And so it's like, you have to have the discernment to know that when you made the choice, when you consented and you said yes to the leveled up version of yourself and stepping on the highest timeline for you and your lineage, you have to have faith that it's coming. But spiritual attack is so rampant right now, and fear, even if you don't believe in entities like giving spiritual attack, you can definitely believe in anxiety and fear because it's real. So it's like, don't let anxiety and fear get the best of you, and don't think too, here with the devil, don't let your mind go to worst case scenario. Like I said, all the planets are so direct right now that it's like you want to be manifesting always in the highest vibration, because when all the planets are direct, stuff manifests faster. So it still takes time to come from the ether into the physical, but wouldn't you much rather have something come from the ether into the physical that you manifested out of love and trust and faith than something you manifested out of fear, and then you have to deal with this fearful manifestation that you've accidentally created? Also, whatever happened to you in the past that you've been dealing with, like whatever grief and pain or whatever you've been leaving behind, Spirit's saying you're going to get justice around this, and that they're working on giving you justice. I also see here too that it's like, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Now is not the time really to be sharing your dreams with anyone and everyone, because people are going to try to talk you out of them, or people are going to try and tell you like, that's not realistic. So let's say like you've made the decision that you want to be a homeowner, and you don't necessarily have the savings to buy a home right now, but you have faith that, you know, you're manifesting this home into your reality. And the people around you are going to be like, yeah, but like, I don't know, you're not really that responsible. And also like, there's a lot of maintenance that comes with a house. Do you really want to like have to do everything to keep up the house? And also like, you don't even know how to mow the lawn. And also, have you ever, fixed like a water heater? You know what I mean? Like shit that's like, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's not a reason for me not to own a home. Are you gonna just not own a home because you haven't learned how to do certain things about owning a home? No, that's the point of life, to learn. So it's like, don't let these people get in your head, because the other people's fears are going to be projecting all over you. And today's a day where that can happen. Now, also looking at this, it's looking like the past and it's looking like the future. So it's like in the past, there was like all this karma and struggle and trauma and like acting out. And it's like you finally said, no, I'm putting a stop to that. Cross. I'm putting a stop to that. I'm not gonna do it. And it's like you were being avoidant. You didn't want to see things how they were, and now you see them as they are. And because of that, you're no longer blocking your blessings. It's like you're blocking the negativity out. You're learning how to gain control over your mind and learning how to manifest in a successful way instead of manifesting. Also, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're female, how is the health of your yoni? Because when we look at the health of our yoni, we look at the health of our manifestation. Because if your yoni is literally the portal through which creates life, and if you have a phallus, how's the health of your phallus, right? Those are the portals that create life within our bodies. That's how we bring things from the as above to the so below. We literally bring something from heaven to earth through the phallus and the yoni. And especially the yoni being the portal through which this physical creature comes, and the phallus being the seed that's planted, right? So it's like, please look at your yoni health, because if you're struggling in that yoni health, you could be struggling in your manifestations. If you have a lot of, problems with your yoni, this could be sexual trauma coming up. I know that happens to me. Like, sometimes my yoni will just freak out when it's like triggered back to old sexual trauma, and it like basically makes itself sick so that nothing can touch it, right? Because if it's a sick yoni, then there's not going to be, nothing's going to, it's not as desirable, right? Or people aren't going to, I'm not going to, put myself in a situation to use my yoni if my yoni is sick. So sometimes it does that when it's freaking out and it doesn't like the situation that I'm in with a romantic partner. So I ask you to really, it sounds funny, but I ask you to really look at the health of your yoni. Also, I'm noticing too, this is actually the 7 of Wands. And so this, I thought it was the 2 of Wands, but this is also around creating boundaries of the psyche and not letting your mind run away with you today in negativity. Or okay, so everything's a synchronicity, right? Everything can be a sign or a synchronicity, but don't think too deep. So let's say you watch a movie and it's like, it just reminds you so much of you and your person, but in the end, those two people don't end up together. And then it's like the rest of the day, you're just like creating this horrible scenario in your mind that's like, well, in the movie, they didn't end up together. It's like spirits reminding you, like, don't read, like, synchronicities and signs are great, but don't read too deep into it. So just because they didn't end up together in the movie doesn't mean you're not going to end up together in real life, because remember, it's a movie. So they're just saying that, like, don't let your mind run away too much with you today. And then here with the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, I am appreciation and happiness, and I am fulfillment. It's showing me that you're moving to the next stage, right? So it's like today, Spirit really wants you to focus on what are you happy about and what are you grateful for in your life, because you're stepping into that 10 of Cups energies very soon. You're going to be fulfilling, right? We're closing up the last bits of this chapter, Pisces season. We're fulfilling that karmic cycle, which then leads us to fulfillment, right? Which then leads us to the, happily ever after energy, the happily ever after vibes. And whether you want a family or not, because the 10 of Cups is generally about like a happy family unit, whether you want a family unit or not, you can find happiness and family within the self. So either way, you're moving towards fulfillment within the self. And then here with the 6 of Cups, it's like, I am easy. And it's like all this pain and trauma and karma that was part of your soul mission, that's in your contracts that you chose to be born into through the Akashic records. It's like, this is all this difficulty, it's all being left behind. It was all to create and make the person that you are today. You're making a major level up and step in who you are, and you're about to step into a time where things feel very easy, where things feel very fulfilling. It's like, because the 6 of Cups has to do with like soulmates and contracts, I feel like it's just reiterating that like all this pain and suffering of the past is like a contract that's being closed. Like, look, the gate's closed. It's like closed and left behind. And how interesting is it that there's like so much red and yellow here for like safety and self-esteem with the root chakra and the solar plexus. And then here it's like orange, red, yellow, blue, green. It's like all the spectrum of the chakras. It's like the Kundalini awakening, which we keep talking about. And so it's, look at these. These look like little gingerbread men. Maybe babies. Babies are coming. Also working with the inner child, but the little gingerbread men. There's definitely some inner child healing going on today as well here with the Six of Cups, because that is that, like, the two children with the cups in the regular deck. And it's not just you. It's like, as you heal yourself, you truly are healing the people around you and the soulmates that are in connection to you. And soulmates can be friends, family, or lovers. So it's like, as you heal yourself, as you hold gratitude in your heart, as you feel fulfilled, you're making it easier on not only yourself, but you're healing everyone else and making it easier on them. And I just see happier times ahead. And today is one of those days where you can either fall into the negativity and fear of the past, or you can fall into the joy of the future. So I would highly suggest you to keep going forward, right? Because if we're going this way on the path, this is going forward. And it is going to be upside down when I show you the video. But from my perspective, I'm going left to right, which when we think about time and how it moves, when we think about it linearly, even though it's not linear, we think about it moving forward like that, right? Don't go backwards. Don't put it in reverse and go backwards. Put it forward and don't let fear get to you. And I just want you to know there's a lot working against you, okay? Whether it's your own anxiety, pain, and your own neural pathways you're working against, spiritual attack, your family line, or all of the above. There's just a lot that's been working against you, and you're stepping into a time where you have a lot more freedom and fluidity. And then here with the little dog paw, I see that there could be an animal crossed over that is just here saying that they support you. I also feel like this is about having loyalty to yourself. Here with the burger, this is definitely about, because when I think of the burger, I think of the body for whatever reason. And so this is definitely about respecting your body and what it needs. So does your body need to take a nap today? Take a nap. Does your body need red meat today? Have some red meat. Does your body need to fast? Fast. Does your body need fruit? Have some fruit. It's about respecting your body for whatever it needs. So maybe you really want to fucking work out and you're tired, or you really want to, get your house clean, but you're tired. Take the nap. Listen to your body. Be loyal to yourself. Choose yourself. How is anybody ever going to choose you if you don't choose yourself? And then here with the little ice cream cone, to me, this is saying that the inner child, so whenever I would get a shot, my mom would buy me a milkshake after, because I hated vaccines ever since I was little. God, this is going to get, not suitable to all advertisers, because I'm talking about when I got vaccinated as a child. What a world we live in where the censorship is so rampant. I didn't even talk about anything, too crazy yesterday, yet they had the nerve to make it, not suitable to all advertisers. It's just ridiculous. But so, okay, they're showing me when I got my first finger prick. It hurt so bad that my mom was like, all right, let's get you a milkshake. It'll be cold on your finger. And I was like, no. Because when I went to get my finger pricked, everyone was like, it's going to be so easy. It's way easier than a shot, blah, blah, blah. So I had it all in my head that this was going to be easier. And for whatever reason, I hate finger pricks more than I hate anything else. They hurt so bad. I don't know. Speaking of Karen, right? Because we've been talking about Karen. I don't know how the fuck she does it with her diabetes. I don't know how people with diabetes do it. I can't take a finger prick. And so it was I didn't even want the ice cream because I was so upset. And then later I was like, I wish I got that ice cream. But it was Spirit is saying to me that it's time to do something nice for your inner child, because your inner child just went through something really difficult, and it might have been harder than they had anticipated it would be, which is why, the grief was so substantial, because it's not only were you avoiding the pain, but so was your inner child and your different facets of self. So it's do something nice for the inner child today, because they just went through a lot. And maybe have a little conversation or hang out with them. Hold their hand. I often, when I feel these tickles on my leg that are from nothing, and when I went under hypnosis, my subconscious said it was my inner child trying to hold my hand, trying to pull on my pants, hold my hand, because I'm psychic, I can feel it. So I'll probably just spend a lot of time with my inner child today. Pick up your inner child, rescue them from a negative situation they were in, hold their hand, talk to them. It's you. I could cry right now just thinking about it. It's powerful. And then I actually want to read the definition from the book. This is the deck for those of you who were asking about it. I'm this reading's going to be shorter, and it wasn't. That's okay. Okay, Lady Tatiana, be joyful. Number 5, and what is 5 about? 5 is about big change and movement. Okay, Tatiana speaks. Celebrate yourself. There is no true happiness without joy in being who you are. Over the next moon cycle, the forthcoming 28 and a half days, many opportunities will come to you to play, revel, dance, and explore the moonlight and joyful part of yourself that has been truly too long neglected, your inner child. Damn, that's really deep. It is time to come forth from the place where you have been taking shelter in quiet time and partake of the joy of good, sweet company. Know that everyone, including the beings of the Dragon Fae, is delighted and happy to know of your ability to delight in your own self. Celebrate, and we celebrate with you. Hail, joyful kindred spirit, and welcome to the feast. Fairy Queen Tatiana's name literally means daughter of the Titans. The Titans were the elder gods who were the children of heaven and earth, and sprang forward from chaos along with the Dragon Fae, who were also born of the divine. They include Saturn, Rhea, Oceanus, Hyperion, and others. The Ovid's Metamorphosis, Tatiana is another name for Diana, as well as other goddesses of the night, queens of the shadowy world, ruling over the mystic elements and powers. So there is no separation. The Titans are the goddesses are the Dragon Fae. Like Isis, who personified the feminine, generative principle of universal nature, Diana and the others are all nature goddesses. So rather than being a diminutive creature of delicacy and daintiness, Tatiana is tall, very powerful, and very strong. She is of the elfin race, where the height and the features are very pronounced, with enough Dragon Fae blood in her veins to ensure she is a creature who can fly and endure for many millennia. She is one of the oldest ones still with us, and yet her path for this time and for you is to help to celebrate others with the joy of being alive. Just as you are feeling old, despairing, and fatigued, she will sweep you up in her strong arms and show you the treasures of your life and lay out a feast for you to partake in with others of your kind, because being lonely and isolated is no longer an option for you. Dictionary meanings: bringing people together in life-changing, sacred, and meaningful gatherings. Mothering others, this came out before too. Mothering others joyously. Being greater than you appear to be. Understanding the need for joy and happiness in gatherings that delight in the company of soulmates. Family agreements and pacts that are reinforced through celebration. Coming together in community with friends. Finding your soul family and being protected and nurtured by friends and soul family. Wow, that was powerful. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth, and we thank you for the advice. Amor Ra, Ashe Namaste, by the power of 3, so mote it be. Always works, always a blessing. All right, I love you guys. Like if you liked it, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you feel like it, and remember to focus on the good. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy Moon Day. Bye-bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye.